back live on mine, and I am going live on TFB Gaming. Next,
What have you got? What are you going to be streaming through both?
Yep. Trying to do a dual stream from mine. We'll see.
It's working.
My computer could never handle that.
I'm hoping mine can, but we'll see.
I'm checking it now, and it seems like it's
It
working.
doesn't look like I'm dropping any frames on either one, so...
No.
How's quality? Because I'm still streaming at 720p on both.
Seems perfectly good, mate. Literally.
Okay, let me close my email. And I've
This
still
is
got
interesting.
I've still got 9 tabs open on my...
Yeah.
And I've got all of our streams open too.
Yep. Right, I was just making sure it was working now. I'm closing all the... well, I'm pausing all the streams so I don't waste internet connection. I'm hoping all the chats load.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna...
Eileen, that's not true.
I'm gonna go ahead and pause all of your streams now as well, now that I see them. But I'm glad that that's working through both.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and pause yours
Nice.
there, Jess. And RevSo's yours looks good too, so I'm gonna pause yours.
Yeah.
All right. Well, at least on TFB Gaming and on mine, my green background isn't there. So.
Yeah, we fixed it, guys. We could do this next time.
At least it's working now.
We'll just do it stream key wise next time as well. It works.
Yeah, it's working just fine. So, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and take away my starting soon title, and I would like to welcome you all to the first official Order of Insanity podcast.
Yay!
Hey. Without any hiccups.
Yes, we hope.
That's asking a bit much.
Everybody actually looks really well on mine right now. So, did I just take a wrong? I took away the wrong title. I took away my title instead of. Okay, that's the one I want to do. There we go. All right.
At least we just tried drinking again.
Yeah. Yeah. We might actually discuss something to do with gaming whenever we get a chance to at this rate.
If we can.
This was meant to be a 2-hour long one. Nope.
We are now cut
Blame
down
me.
to probably about an hour. But that's still a
Hashtag
good...
blame Jess.
No, blame Skype.
Yeah,
So,
basically.
That too, but
Blame me for
if
coming
it
late,
wasn't
but
for
then
me
Skype.
having to go in an hour, we could go longer than
it's a
an hour.
combination. It's both. It's both gonna. Oh, I need to point over. Wait, wrong way. That way. I need to point up there because it's Martin's fault, and then it's also Skype's fault.
Mainly Skype.
Totally
Okay.
different direction for me.
This is just one of those things.
Right. All right. So,
Hmm.
on to our deal here. Let me swing over to the list we've got here.
Right, basically, welcome to the podcast, guys. I am TFB St. Wayne 1, and with me we have got Tig, Anime Jess, and Revzo, all of which we're just streaming. Yay.
Yeah. See the.
That's the right way.
I gotta start over there again. T, I, and G. There you go. All right. Because totally insane gamer. It's Tig.
And why did I see everyone just try and do jazz hands a second ago? Yeah.
Because that's the way we roll.
Apparently so.
All right, let me know how the volume is,
insane.
you guys. If I do need to adjust the volume, now would be the time. I just want to make sure that we're equal. This is coming through Skype now, so it's a little...
Yeah, hopefully
different
everyone
for
should
me.
be fine.
Hopefully
hope
it's
so.
working.
Anybody in my chat have anything?
I'm going to just have to refresh the Order of Insanity page because
Hi,
chat
Ryan.
isn't working. The only thing I need working is chat, and it is not working.
That figures that out.
Please work. Please.
Please and thank you.
Yeah.
We do hope.
They're a little quiet compared to me. Okay, I can fix that.
How is it on my
Uh,
channel? Bum, 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 bum,
There.
bum.
How's that?
Can't even tell on mine.
Yeah.
All right.
But, yay, chat's working.
Speak, friends.
Chat is working, people. Yay.
So basically,
A lot
while
better.
we're having our discussion, we do want you guys to keep any questions or anything you'd like us to talk about in mind, because later on we will be looking for your input and anything that you'd like us to discuss. So,
Hopefully next week's will go a lot smoother than this now we figured out a way of getting around the problems.
yeah, we've got set up.
Sorta.
I will be saving this presentation on my computer for the future. That
So
is
this will not take anywhere near as long.
right. This presentation will be saved. Actually, it already is saved, so
Yay.
it works.
Yeah. And just load stuff up in the background while we're doing this as well, so we can get things rolling a bit quicker and get through things. Yay! Yes. Gotta love it when shit happens like this.
Oh yeah,
There you
got
go.
to. What would
Yes.
life be without its little complications?
Very dull, I imagine, perfectly honest.
Very dull and boring.
Yeah. Well, anyway, shall we actually move on with what we're meant to be doing tonight? Yay, podcast, yay.
Yay,
Oh, no,
podcast
Yay,
and podcast and alcohol. All right, let's do it.
That's a good point with my alcohol.
Actually, only for those two.
Yeah, some of us unfortunately have to work later, but what can you do?
I have no sympathy. I've been working all week.
I haven't worked all
Wayne's
week,
froze.
actually. Yeah, Wayne froze on me.
God
Yeah.
damn it.
He froze
Yeah.
while he's getting his alcohol. He derped out the system. I don't think Skype wants you to drink, Wayne. Just put it
No,
down.
the kids cannot see me drink, apparently. No. No.
I would just turn off your camera and turn it back on or something, because you sound fine.
Okay, camera off. Camera on.
And loading, and
Uh,
loading.
I've mystically gone from wearing a black Guinness shirt to a white t-shirt. Yay.
It's like magic.
It is magical.
Time warp. Yay. Alright. Oh, God. I wonder if we're ever going to stop having Skype problems. My
No.
guess would be no.
Probably not. So it doesn't look like I'm dropping frames on either one of the deal. Hey, how's it going, Commander Flynn? What's up? Welcome to the
Yes.
podcast.
Where we pray things work.
Yes, this is our first podcast as the Order of Insanity, and so far Skype hates us.
Yeah.
And yeah, Wayne gets oh wait, that I need to remember I'm mirrored, so Wayne is that way. So
Yeah, and me, you're actually that way somewhere.
I'm down to your. I'm down
You're
to. Wait,
there on mine.
that would be down
Remso's
over here
that-
to you.
That way.
Yeah, this is how
Jake's
great
that
Skype
way.
is.
Oh dear,
And
I'm not
Wayne's
playing.
that way.
He's that away.
Come on, Martin. We're all pointing now.
He's literally that away. He's somewhere, you know.
Somebody's back there on mine. I swear. Somebody's got to be. somebody's
whatever.
got
Who
to be
cares?
back
Just pick a
there.
direction.
All right.
Just pick a direction. You'll be right on someone's.
Yeah. All right. So, what have you guys been playing this week? How about it, Wayne? What you been playing this week?
Mostly trying to play SimCity, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah, we
I've
will
been working on it.
definitely get into SimCity here after a little while for sure.
Mm-hmm. Not to ruin what's coming up in the podcast, but SimCity, yay!
Yes, lots and lots of SimCity, because we love that game
Oh yeah.
so very much. We really
Don't we?
love that game. Oh, all right. Anyways, okay. So,
Yeah,
how about you,
just had
Jess?
the
What you
best
been
time.
playing this
Yeah,
week?
I love how it burped out when he said that. It was like all weird as well.
My week's been investigating with The Sims 3, the University expansion pack. Love it.
You do love it. Okay. So? Did you graduate yet? Then
I think she is about 24 hours from graduating.
24 hours. And what degree did you choose to go for?
Well, her lifetime want is to get 3 different degrees. So
Uh-oh.
she's starting with business,
Professional student, I guess, huh?
and then she's going for technology, and then communication.
So she's going to be spending a long portion of her life at the university. So, yeah. Cheers for that. Yeah, cheers. All right. And water.
The drink of choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Nothing
pour,
left.
I pour mine
Typical.
into a glass.
Drink it the proper way, out of the bottle.
What about you, Revso?
What, drink wise or game wise?
Game wise, what you been
Both.
playing this week,
Game-wise.
Martin?
What's that game called again? Don't Starve and mainly Skyrim, really.
What do you
That's
think?
pretty
of Don't
much it
Starve,
for this
then?
week. I love that game. Tried playing Armor 3 as well, apart from the problems that everyone's been having recently with it. But
Yeah.
Don't Starve, that's an awesome game. A lot of people that have been watching don't have a clue about that game, but everyone's actually starting to enjoy it.
So,
It's a really hard game though.
how long have you survived? How long have you gone without starving in that game?
18 days, but then I normally go insane and die.
Yeah.
Is that
And
winter
you got a
that
big
usually ends up
ghost.
killing you then, or what ends up making you go insane for the most part?
Because of the fact I can't find any beefalo. That's normally what makes me go insane in real life and in game. If you've ever played the game, it's not buffalo either.
Yeah, those
want
beefalo, man,
beefalo.
those beefalo. So I'm guessing
Beef
then,
steak sounds good.
have you tried the adventure mode that they've got on there? It's kind
Yeah.
of a, how's the adventure
It's pretty
mode
much
work?
exactly the same.
Is it really?
Yeah, but I think time goes a lot faster.
So
I think that's how it
I mean,
works.
you're supposed to like be on one world for a little while and then move to the next world. And you have a world count that you're supposed to be transitioning from world to world. How does that work, or did you get that figured out?
I don't even know how that works. I know there's a teleporter and everything like that, but I don't know how that works yet because you have to find like all 6 items or something like that. I've never
Is
been
that
able
what
to
it is?
find
'Cause
them all.
you do have like that circle or whatever where you have to find the different parts and then assemble the thing.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see.
I've
'Cause
only
I was
found a
watching
couple.
somebody and they were like on world 4 or 5 or something, and I'm like, really, wow. So I
Yeah,
need to play
that's
some more of that
difficult.
game. Yeah, I haven't played
Yeah,
too much of
I
it.
didn't even get that far.
Yeah, and it's actually a pretty big exploding indie game as well at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
that's-
it's been pretty well.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
I haven't played it, but I do have it.
So how are you liking
Same here.
how are you liking doing Skyrim the way you've been playing? I noticed you've been playing it a little differently.
the immersive wise is a lot different. I took mainly the what was it, that HUD one, and the Frostfall from yours. All the other ones I've had suggested and everything like that, like the realistic needs and everything. All I can say, it just makes the game a lot more interesting. Definitely after playing the game for like, let's say about 300 hours or something like that. After going 300 hours, that's like from on the PS3, you gotta remember that. And then suddenly playing all these mods and everything like that, it just makes the game so much more interesting. A lot of people were loving the dynamic map pack and everything as well.
Yeah, do you think you could actually go back and play it as a vanilla game after having used the
No.
mods you've used?
No, I would never be able to. If I played it, I'd get too bored.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I mean, I love immersive Skyrim at this point. There's just something about actually having to pay attention to your surroundings and all of that. And now you use SkyMo mod. Now, what is SkyMo mod? Because that's something I haven't actually used ever.
Adds over 100 new creatures into the game.
Okay, because I use Skyrim immersive creatures and Sky Test realistic predators and
I've never-
stuff.
I've heard of Sky. I heard of Sky Test the other day. Isn't that new? That one?
It's actually been around for a little while. It just basically adds in pack behavior for wolves. It adds in like cubs, so like you might happen across a saber cat cub. The only complaint I would have about it is even if you run across a bear cub that's like this small instead of this size, it has the same volume on its sound. So you're hearing like this massive roar coming from somewhere, and it's like, where is this thing at? And it's like coming from the grass, and you can't see it or whatever. But
Yeah, that's pretty much like SkyMo mod. It has like cubs and everything like that in it as well. Because there's the SkyMo mod that I'm using is accidentally. I didn't know there was a lore friendly one, but I'm using the unlore friendly one where it has like dinosaurs. Oops. I didn't actually know there was a lore friendly one. But you only see the dinosaurs like every now and then. It seems really weird because you might see like a what are them things called? I really can't remember what they're called, but the big ones with big horns and everything like that.
Mammoths.
They're not supposed to be in Skyrim, but the thing is though, all the other things are pretty much like lore friendly, apart from probably about like 5 or 10 of them. But as I said, there's over 100 different creatures in it.
yeah,
It's a really good mod though.
I've seen you play, and I've seen you encounter a few different mods. I will say I did see you fight a boar the other day, and I was like, why didn't they just skin in the boars from Dragonborn? But I guess they must have created the boars beforehand.
Yeah, it was. That was beforehand. That was.
Yeah, fair enough.
Trust me, when you're playing on that master mode, you get like one shot by like a minotaur or something like that. It's not fun.
Ow.
Yeah.
I was getting killed so much on master mode that people kept saying, "Isn't it like hard on master mode if you're playing like an archer or something like that?" And I was like, "Yes." When I was playing my mage character, after a while it starts getting easy. But when you're playing the character I'm playing now, you pretty much just get like one shotted by everything what's evil. Yeah, and it's horrible. Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, no, what are your thoughts? I don't know if you've seen, there was an article released a while ago talking about a legendary mode in Skyrim.
The beta. Yeah, you're talking about the beta, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people are testing that out. I will definitely give that a shot, but it's going to be horrible. I can definitely say that for sure. I'm definitely, if I'm going to try something like that, I'm probably going to have to remove SkyMo mod and add, what ones did you just say, Mark?
The immersive creatures and stuff. I just honestly think that if they come through with the 9.0 or whatever patch that they're talking about, it's going to be traumatic. All the mods are going to disappear. I won't be able to play that game for a couple weeks to a month until the mods are all, taken care of again, and it's actually being able to be played as an immersive game again. So,
Yeah, when it's updated, yeah.
because I mean, I use the community uncapper, so what they're doing with the legendary mode basically takes away apparently the need for that, because the uncapper basically removes the cap on skills and
Oh,
changes
yeah, I
it
was just
up.
about to ask what is this.
So instead of basically there were people that did some testing, and it doesn't really get overpowered until you get to the 160 level or so on those skills. So they basically upped the max on some of those to 160. The other thing it did is crafting abilities like blacksmithing, alchemy, any enchanting, stuff like that. It doesn't actually level your character, only that skill. So
Fair
they
enough.
basically separated the crafting from the leveling system, which I think is fantastic.
They need
It's kind
to
of like
do that.
Skyrim, where it
Yeah.
adds like a load of new stuff as well.
Yeah,
in a way.
Skyrim, I actually had looked at, and I had people suggest it to me, and honestly, it changes so much though, and it actually changes mechanics of how the bows work, stuff like that, and it just changed way too much for me to invest in the time in using that. So
I'll just say hello everyone in chat right now. Sorry, the last game I was just playing some dude was Don't Starve. That's the reason why it hasn't changed. Sorry, dude. And yes, this is our first podcast that all of us are streaming right now.
Except me, mine didn't work properly, so
oh, you're streaming.
Tig's streaming it for me.
It's just
Yeah,
coming
you're
from
still
my
streaming.
yeah. Yeah, you're live there, Wayne. You're live, whether
Yeah,
you
I'm
want
live.
to be
It's
or
just-
not.
I'm not streaming it.
Hey, it's easier for you that way, though, right?
It's causing us less problems. Actually, Skype decided to be stable.
Right. I'm just lucky that
Thank
my
you, oh gods of
computer-
Skype.
I'm just glad my computer's not smoking or anything yet.
Right.
Oh,
You're
I'm glad everyone's joining the podcast now when we're not actually having any issues. So that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
That is
yeah,
nice.
luckily we've been able to. Well, I don't want to speak too far into that. We'll knock on some wood there, but thankfully everything seems pretty smooth right now.
Don't jinx it, goddammit, it's working.
I know that's what the
The
fingers
first time
crossed.
in about an hour and a half, it's working.
Right. So,
I'm glad
Everybody
it's
likes
working.
that.
So Jess kind of started us off on another topic that we have here with different gaming news. Obviously, talking a little bit about the Skyrim 9.0 patch that's in beta now, and talking
I
a
have to
little
admit, my
bit
own
about.
problem with that sort of thing is developers are now relying on the community to fix their games for them in general.
Well, that's
You'll get a
something
long
that
time
Bethesda though
thing.
has done, and I honestly
Yeah.
think that for Bethesda it has worked extremely well what they've done.
What makes me laugh though is it shouldn't though, because it's basically, look, our game's broke, community, fix it for us.
I know. I know. When I had, I literally, I jumped on Test 5 Edit, and going through that, the first thing you have to do is clean Bethesda's own expansions and stuff. You have to, because
Yeah.
they have basically repeat records of what's already in the master for Skyrim, and it's if you don't clean those, then you're already having redundancies that are going to bog down your system. It's that's so stupid. If it's already there, why did they add it in again?
What makes me laugh is Bethesda's one of the only companies who can get away with this, except maybe Blizzard can get away with it as well, because you get it in
Yeah.
StarCraft a lot.
Yeah.
Mm.
But how many games other than them two do you really, companies other than them two, getting away with this without people complaining?
Yeah,
See-
not really any.
You don't.
I can't think of any.
You have a
People
very
complain.
strong modding community in World of Warcraft and things like that. Now you do have a modding community somewhat in Star Wars Online. You have different MMOs where there's modding communities where the developing
Yeah.
has allowed people to basically modify a couple things, be it user interface or whatever.
Most that's just to make it look a bit pretty though, but the problem is with stuff like Bethesda games, 9 times out of 10 it's necessary to get the game to work properly, because Bethesda notoriously release buggy games.
Yeah, I don't see why they don't let people put together, like, you have all these unofficial patches now for Skyrim on the PC.
Yeah.
Why haven't they taken those, repackaged them, and released them for the consoles? I mean, because
Yeah.
obviously those patches have worked well for what they're going for. And
That would probably work with the 360, but I don't think that'd work on the PS3 because
Yeah,
it's a
everything
completely
needs to be
different
redone.
architecture.
so-
I can see what's going to happen as soon as they release this update. There's going to be a lot of problems.
Yeah.
So many problems that's going to happen. I
And
see
it'll
that happen
Be
now.
left to the modding community again to fix it.
I hope.
Pretty
I
much.
honestly am hoping somehow we get lucky and they say, when you're ready to download patch 9.0, here you go. You can go download it, but until you're ready, so that way, those of us that aren't modders or whatever, we can continue to play with the mods we have currently, and then once
And a
the modding
non-broken
community
game.
once the modding community is caught up to 9.0, then we can change over. But
Good
I
idea.
think
Just
that-
pause the Steam update.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea if you got. But that's only if you got it on Steam though.
Right, but,
But
then,
then
it's
even
just
then, a lot of
Steam
times
only now.
Steam, when you try to launch into the game, it automatically will check for that. So
Yeah,
we'll have
and
to
it
see.
requires
Yeah,
it.
true. It'll start bitching at you then, won't it?
Right.
Pretty much.
Now the nice thing is with Skyrim, you can actually get around their launcher. Like, I don't use the default Skyrim launcher, except for unless I need to rebuild my any files. So
Which is a nice.
Yeah, I don't either anymore. Sorry.
The thing with mods, though, I think with big companies like Bethesda, when they release notoriously buggy games, they basically know, based on their previous games, there are a lot of modders out there, and they know they're going to have bugs in their game, and their staff is only so big, and there's so many bugs in these games that really having the community, I think it shows them what needs to be fixed. So, like, say this patch coming up, there was a huge bug list that they have fixed.
yeah,
And I
Yeah.
think a lot of the ways they've noticed this is from the people modding these games, just saying, it shows what they want and what they want in these future games. So it really does work at their advantage for having it.
yeah, 100% definitely.
But it makes me laugh though because the programmers who initially did this are being paid for it,
Yeah,
and the modders are doing it for free. They're doing their job for them for free.
I know. It's
Yeah,
unbelievable
that's an
how
issue,
much
but-
how much time you will see people put into making these mods for free, and then they, fortunately, us in the community who aren't modders or whatever get to benefit from that. It's fantastic the way that's been
Yeah.
set up.
It is. But some of the lucky modders and that actually get given jobs by the companies because they've done such a good job, haven't they? Because look at, was it Team Fortress, if I remember correctly? That was originally a mod. And
Yeah.
that entire team who made that mod got hired
To
to make
the
it a
actual
standalone game.
Yeah,
That reminds me of DayZ then, that does.
Yeah, and
Yep.
Counter-Strike, if I remember correctly, was the same.
yeah. Basically,
That started off
so.
as a mod, and there you go. They've all been hired because of it. So I do agree that the modding community is a good idea. But at the moment, it seems that developers are using it as an excuse to do pretty much lazy code and let the community fix it for them.
Right. Yeah, to an extent, that's definitely the truth. So.
Hello, procrastinators.
Yeah, pretty much. That's probably from Clegg. I'm not even looking at the chat, and I can pretty much guess that's Clegg.
No,
Oh, Jesus.
some dude is actually telling me to say me and you pretty much, Wayne, to say it.
Yeah,
Oh, he just
procrastination.
wants
Hey,
He wants you guys to say
In our
hello,
British voice.
procrastinators. Oh yeah, some dude 120 is happy. All right.
happy you're laughing at us, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, it's just some dude. Don't worry about him. He's just some dude there,
Ah, well. How can he sit here drinking? That sounds good for me.
Right. And let's see. Yeah, Maratov is right. Having the fresh eyes on a problem is definitely a good thing. So the
It
fact
is a good thing.
It's just some developers out there, like you've got. Okay, shall we tap into it a little bit about this DRM yet, or are we going to put that
Oh,
on
dear.
still?
We can go
Let's
on to it if
hold-
you want.
Let's hold off on that one, actually, because
Oh,
you were
okay.
about to get into a different one then, wasn't you,
Yeah,
about
well, I was
this...
just getting ready to say, as far as some companies will allow the community to actually put their eyes on that source code and actually try to help, whereas other companies are like, we have to guard against it with our lives. We can't let anybody get their hands on our source code. It's like,
I know.
anyways, that was
It's true,
basically
though.
what I wanted to go into on that. But yeah, that can
Fair enough.
really tap into a huge part of our podcast. Might be jumping
Well,
ahead just a
continue
little
on
bit
then,
that.
because news is next anyway, so everybody right into it.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to start us off on that?
Yeah, right. Anyone who's here who's seen the recent debacle, which is known as SimCity. Yeah. Anyone
Or
not got any
Sim, not
thoughts
so
in which they want to
much.
laugh at that? Yeah.
Yeah, the
Superb.
Sim No City. There you go.
Yeah. Sim, I want to play it. Oh dear God, I can't.
Yeah,
Um,
literally on Tuesday when it came out. Okay, in the States, obviously. For you guys, it was a little different. It wasn't any better, I don't think, when it came out. But for me on Tuesday, I was able to get in and play for like 30 minutes to an hour, maybe a couple hours. I don't remember. Just enough, though, that I was like, this game is fun. And then it died. And I couldn't play it anymore. And all day
And you were
Wednesday,
lucky.
I knew I wanted to play the game because the game was fun, but I couldn't play the game, so it was extremely, extremely frustrating. And
Sounds exactly the same as Diablo 3.
Yep.
That's all
Yeah.
I say.
so
Yeah.
I had
mean,
the same problem.
But the
But-
difference, the one difference I will say is that Diablo 3, their game in and of itself was sound. It was purely the online aspect. For EA, the fact that their online aspect failed, their game broke. I mean, it literally broke the game.
Yeah, you couldn't even play the game. A lot of people couldn't even play it at all. Some people could for about 10, 15 minutes and then get kicked. But the majority of people couldn't even play the game at all after they bought it.
Yeah. I mean,
It was very bad.
you're
in
looking
America,
at things they've
that's fine.
had to remove. You had basically 3 different speed settings you could go at, and they had to remove the cheetah speed setting because apparently their network can't handle it. So now you still have 3 choices for speed, but the third and the second are exactly the same. It's like,
Third one does nothing.
yeah,
What
it
was the
doesn't.
It
point?
doesn't remove it.
It's completely stupid. I mean, you have
'Cause
cheetah, llama, and whatever the regular one is, and cheetah and llama
you have
are the
turtle,
same speed. Turtle.
llama, and cheetah.
Yeah. So,
But EA have said they are going to put it back in at some point.
God, I hope so.
That
once
could
they
mean
fix the problems. But they've
long
also
time.
disabled online leaderboards completely.
Yeah,
Which
they
I
turned
really
off
don't care about.
leaderboards. They turned off all that. The other thing that we noticed was extremely messed up last night. Because I'll be honest, we were able to actually. I played for almost 8 hours last night after finagling through the menu system to actually get into the game, and then a couple hours later, they finagled through the menu systems to get into my game, and eventually we ended up with a good multiplayer region, and we were having a lot of fun. Now, it didn't feel very multiplayer last night, though, did it, Wayne?
No.
I mean, other than
No,
being able to
it's-
take a look at each other's cities.
And trade stuff between cities, but because of the way the game works, it's a case of why have they done this? Because you can speed up time in one city, so it'll be going at a different pace. It could be a different month, could be a different year compared to
Right.
the other person because you slowed time down to do something and you've sped up because you've got yours going and you just want it to grow.
Right.
And it's like, how the hell do you put multiplayer in a game where you inherently are on different speeds?
Yeah, I mean, and as far as that goes, they broke the region system with all their internet stuff as well because being able to trade the resources, trying to actually gift money or something, it doesn't happen the way it's supposed to.
Yeah.
You guys were able to see some of the resources that you could get from a couple of my cities, whereas I couldn't. And then even then, you couldn't tell for sure if you couldn't actually see it progressing. Like Chris was trying to send me some sewage or something, and neither of us could actually tell if it was happening.
Yeah.
So we were just
He's trying
guessing.
to send you sewage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just he was trying to alleviate his poop problem.
The whole
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
It
is, though.
Going
That's-
along with it.
how the game works, though, if you've got a problem and the other city has got an abundance of something, say Tig had 5 sewage works for whatever reason, he doesn't, but say he did, and your cities haven't got none, you can actually send all of your problem over to his city and pay him to deal with it for you.
Right, and you can
Rather than you
volunteer
have to do
different
it.
ambulances and fire trucks and police cars and stuff,
Yeah.
which I had done that. I had the ability to try to volunteer those services to one of my other cities, and yet when I went back to that city, I never saw a single police car or anything from that. It was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris StarCraft Noob 97 there is actually the gentleman that we were playing with last night. We did have a lot of fun because we being in TeamSpeak, being able to chat, and we were trying to stream it and get that kind of stuff done. So the game
Yeah.
in and of itself is a fun game. Maxis did a good job. But
It's a pretty sound game as well, it works.
right, but when EA
when
came
you can get
along,
onto it.
EA came along and said, "Here, we're going to have this we're going to, digital rights management this game in this way. Take it, eat it, make it work." And when it didn't, EA literally didn't say a word.
The
There
problem
was
is,
nothing
though,
from EA until last night.
if you look deeper into it, though, strangely enough, it's not just DRM that's the problem, though. EA got their claws into it much before this game was released and just added DRM onto it. Parts of the game have been cut off, so you can't play it without being online completely. Some of it's hosted on EA servers, so even if they turn the DRM off, you still have to be online, otherwise the game won't work.
Yeah, so in 10 years or whenever EA stops making money from the game and they stop wanting to dedicate any server space to the game, you're not going to be able to play it anymore. It's basically going to become something
And people
that's
still
useless.
play SimCity 2000, isn't it, or 3000?
But-
They
Yeah.
still play it.
This is where the conversation gets a bit more difficult, because this is where we have to go into the law behind it. Not as in the law behind the actual game, as in the laws of every country that it's in. Because I don't know about over in America, but over here, that would be illegal for them
Yes.
to turn the servers off and still sell it on the shelves.
Yeah.
If they were selling it on the shelves and they had their servers off knowingly, that's illegal in this country.
Well, there's always a point with every game where they stop selling them.
Well, but then how do you
that's
cover resale? I mean, I don't know that you can possibly even resell the game for those that
That would
bought a
be
hard
down-
copy.
Over here, that would be down to the individual shop, because that would mean that the shop isn't allowed to sell a game, so they wouldn't be allowed to buy it in, technically.
Fair enough.
Really
Battlefield
odd.
2. Yeah, Battlefield 2 is a EA game, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it is,
Battlefield.
isn't it? 'Cause it's through Origin as well.
Yeah, and Battlefield
Yes, all
3
of them are.
actually is out, and Battlefield 3 had such a debacle of
That's
a
what I
launch
meant.
as well.
Yeah.
I mean, some dude obviously mentioned Battlefield 2, but I'm just saying that Battlefield 3 was another EA game that had a debacle of a launch, and it was just terrible there as well.
Yeah, but
So-
this also branches onto digital as well, because if EA ever turn off their servers and they're still selling it on their online stores, they're breaking the law in Europe.
Yeah.
Don't know if that's the same in America or not. But over
I don't
here,
think it is.
no, I don't think it is either. Europe has got some very, very strict consumer laws. It's even stricter in the UK.
Yeah, and honestly, those strict consumer laws work extremely well in a situation like this. I mean, EA has gotten themselves deep into this, and they're
Yeah.
going to be feeling the impact of this for years.
They're going to be screwed over here at the moment, because at the moment, if you want to link the article for us,
Sure will.
Tig, because I'm about to explain it. Right, over here we've got a lovely, lovely legislation called the Trade Descriptions Act 1968.
Oh,
Which,
dear.
yeah, but that's how old our commercial law is in this country.
Even
And
before
it-
the internet, you guys. Oh my God.
Oh my God, yeah. But it has a little subsection in there which says a product has to be of fit for purpose, and it also has to what the hell the other one? Be of satisfactory quality. And that's the law in this country. And fit for purpose is got to do what it says it's going to do on the tin. It says you're buying a game which works, basically, and it blatantly doesn't, because you cannot connect to it, which means you can't play the game. So that actually breaches the trade description law in this country. Now, it has been changed in Europe, so it's not quite the same as the Trade Act over here, but over here that is actually illegal what they are doing.
And in my opinion, it absolutely should be.
It,
I mean,
In
Yeah,
every-
they should be like that worldwide.
it should be.
I don't see
But,
why they
um,
didn't say, we're going to sell this game, and we want those that pre-order, and then why didn't they just do the open beta, like most other games have done? Why didn't they open it up? Because I know that in Europe and stuff, if it's classified as a beta, it doesn't fall under that. So they could have launched it as an open beta, seen all these problems, fixed these problems, and actually been ready for a real launch. That would have completely negated their issues that they're going to be faced with in court over
Yeah.
the coming years.
The thing is that it might never ever get to court. They might settle out of it with people. People might not even take them to it, because the only way you are realistically going to get any real traction on this is a class action lawsuit.
Right.
Because individuals will not really be compensated that much. But if you do it as a class action lawsuit, which is what stuff like this usually gets put in, the government will actually sue them for a lot of money, because they usually add punitive measures onto the end of it, which says, look, you've been very, very bad, slap on the wrist. Here, give us millions to the lovely government. Thank you very
Oh
much.
dear. Yeah, colonial marines. Oh dear. That's another topic as well.
Yeah, but
Who
they've
was the
actually
publisher on that one? I don't recall.
Sega.
And Gearbox. Oh, that's the creator.
Gearbox
still.
was the one of the actual developers.
Yeah,
I say
Gearbox
one
was
of them
the
because
equivalent of Max as well as
Timegate.
there was about 5 developers on that game, which is why it was a mess.
yeah. The Aliens
Yeah.
versus Predators game, not a few years ago. I really
There goes Revs.
what was that?
Not a clue, but again, yeah.
There you go. He's showing it.
But again, though, that actually breaches it as well because they blatantly lied in the advertising for it.
Yeah.
The actual video they showed to the press and everyone, which is the advertisement for it, is what it'll be classed as over here, wasn't representative of the product.
It was a lie.
It literally
a
was.
bullcrap lie.
It was literally specifically made on a version of the game which doesn't exist. They made a separate game for that one part and then showed that off to the press.
Oh, here's another good
It was
example.
ridiculous.
Another great example, War Z. Or
Yeah,
War
they
Z
actually
for
got
those
really
of you in
slapped for
England
that.
or whatever. I mean, they literally got bitch slapped hardcore for that. I mean, and it's going to continue as well on that. That's not over. I mean, they put it up on Steam and advertised it as having all these great things that it just didn't have and wasn't
Yeah.
going to have.
I was
for
expecting that to
years.
be good, but I'm so glad that I did not get that.
The hilarious thing is that got pulled from Steam, which is the only thing that was on sale at the time. And the hilarious thing is, well, another one that got pulled was SimCity. They got pulled from Amazon.
Yeah, and the
wow.
ratings, the rating on Amazon,
I laugh at
Plummeted.
the lowest rating for a game that I've
Ever.
seen. I mean, it's ridiculous, and they're not going to recover from that, even if it's put
Never.
back up.
No.
You know, the ratings. It's they might fix their servers. They might get everything working without a hitch. It might become a perfect system, but those ratings are going to haunt them for the
No,
rest of the
That's
time.
the
that
most
that's
damning thing, though.
Yeah.
The most damning thing was, I can't remember where I saw it, but there was an article from EA which stated they told everyone to stop advertising their game.
Right.
Yeah,
Completely stop
I read that.
advertising. Because it was causing too many problems, too many people were coming onto the server. It's like, whoa, I'm going to say you've released the game, now you're telling people not to advertise it?
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a game get to that point where
No.
they tell people to stop advertising.
That
And
is bad.
I
Never
know
heard
I
that
was
before.
I was actually curious, and while I was at the mall the other day, I went into the into the EB Games, which is basically GameStop here in Canada, and I had asked them and inquired about it. I wasn't gonna buy it, but I was just curious to see the effects of this. And I asked them, are you guys just not advertising it? It's a brand new game. I see no signs. They're like, yeah, we were told to take everything down. They had this huge poster for it, and they had to take that down. And when people ask about it, they just say they don't have the game. That's what they don't tell us. That's what they were doing. But I've been really good with them. I go in there all the time, so they know me really well. And they're like, yeah, we were told to basically stop selling it. Tell people we don't have any. Put them all in the back until things are settled.
The hilarious thing
So-
is, me and the other lad who I usually stream with, Clegg, we're in today, and you'd think, EA have told you not to advertise this at all, so what would a company normally do? Stop all advertising of it, take it all off the windows, take it off the shelves, yeah?
Mm-hmm. You're breaking up a little bit there,
In
Wayne.
the middle,
Skype loves
they
you.
post to the side of the window.
Oh,
No!
yeah.
It should be back.
Skype is being a bit of a bitch right now.
All right, yeah, you're back.
Is
for
it
the most
back?
part. Yeah, you're fine.
Right.
Yeah.
But in the main window of our games store, I mean, this shop's called Games, the biggest game retailer in the country. The entire front window, SimCity poster. None of it removed off the shelves, no nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, I was tempted to go in and ask to buy a copy, and then the second they try and sell me one, go, you do realise you're actually breaking the law.
It's pretty funny though. I mean,
It's crazy when you open Origin.
It's still being
Still
sold on Origin,
too.
yeah.
which they should remove that from there.
Well, it is an Origin
Huh?
game, so I think that they're just not. Here's another thing.
Yeah.
Another just kind of personal complaint for me with them is they also advertised it for me. If you pre-order this, you'll get $20 off of a purchase over $30, and they leave it at that. And so
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm going to pre-order it. I know I'm going to want to play this game anyway, so I pre-order it. They send me the email. You have to go to a certain thing that basically is the Origin site premised with SimCity Coupon, which is basically a list of only part of their library of different games. And it's like crap games, nothing really new. It's like, so you want me to try to do this? So then I went ahead and put a couple items in the cart, and I tried to check out, and never in that process did the coupon actually kick in and take effect. So I was going to have like this $40-something charge, and I'm like, that's only supposed to be, $20. What's going on? So it was frustrating.
Yeah, I feel sorry for Maxis as well, from what Mary just said.
Yeah, I feel a bit sorry for him as well, to be perfectly honest, because this stinks of EA.
Yeah. Yeah, Maratov is absolutely correct. 'cause
Everyone's
this is
not
gonna
like
hurt-
EA.
This is going to hurt a very good developing company because of a crap publisher. I mean, Maxis is a fantastic development company. The effort that they put in. Now there
Think about it.
there
What
are
if they
some
do it
issues
with
with it. I
Sims
mean, I wish that they, some examples of actual development flaws. I wish they would have fixed clipping with the roads. Sometimes you'll place a road and you'll zoom out and the road will be covered up by the ground, and it's like, where did the road go? I
Yeah.
wish that they hadn't have taken away the terrain tools. I wish that the terrain tools were still in SimCity. I can't believe that they did that, as well as constraining every city in SimCity has to be a square. Every
That's
single
what I
city
said.
in SimCity has to be a square. You can't have.
When I watched that, I was just like, that's weird.
I know.
I understand why they've done that, but
It's
still.
I mean, they could have changed how the quadrants were set, though. They obviously had pre-made maps that you can select. Why not have, an oval region? I mean, obviously the Great Work sites are round, so
Yeah.
you know that they have other shapes other than just square, but why not add some variety for those different cities?
They'll probably have to make you pay for it more than likely. You want a circular
Yeah, right.
city? There you go, pay for it.
Yeah.
I can
I
see
can
that
see that
coming.
happening.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I could see that.
an easy thing they could have done is just come in and say, in region view, you as an individual have 500 points. It costs 500 points to buy a certain region that has a larger area, whereas it only costs like 100 points to buy a couple, smaller regions or whatever. Because obviously not every region, if you're not set with the same box, is going to be the same size. So there's different things they could have done that I just wish that they had taken into consideration. Yeah, trademark 50 there. He sees the SimCity DLC. Circular cities!
Yeah. Yay, build a circular city. I can see
What
another
are we
one.
drinking? What are you drinking, Wayne? Let's show everybody. What are we drinking?
Damn it.
Let's see. Can everybody see? I've got some Dark Truth Stout. There you go. That's what I'm drinking, and that's what he's drinking. And Jess is drinking some good old water. Revso's just drinking something else. I don't know.
I haven't got anything at the moment.
He's out to drink.
Yeah, I drank it too fast.
So I actually need to open myself up another one here.
Another thing I can see happening in SimCity, I hope I'm right, because I want this to actually be in there eventually, is to be able to build in the region, add extra roads or highways to connect you to other cities. 'Cause at the moment, it's really limited to where you can connect to.
Yeah, I wish that you
So-
could go together and instead of just going together to build the great works and such, actually go together. Oh crap! I'm gonna spill.
And build a actual mass transit network that connects properly would be nice. Because at the moment, mass transit doesn't work very well between cities.
That was a lot of
Right
air.
there, that's it.
Oh yeah, carbonated.
Gotta love drinking head. Woo! All right.
Oh dear.
What? That's what you call
Oh
it.
dear.
You have,
Yeah, it is.
you have the
Sorry.
head on the. It's a.
If you would have
black-
worded that
it's
a
black
tiny bit
ale,
different, that
so
would
you
have sounded
to
so
basically
awkward.
pour it to get that air into it, else it just doesn't taste as good. Anyways, drinking the head was not that great. All right,
Drunken
I'm still
podcast.
recovering. My lips just wanted shrink in. I wanted to.
It's not drunk it yet.
Tig's
I,
definitely not drunk just yet.
No,
Why the hell is Tig doing fish lips?
because I was trying to show what the head was trying to do is pucker me up
Yeah.
because it's so bitter. Good.
Ah, yes.
All right.
It works.
Oh dear.
Yeah, how's it going, Kyubi? Kyubi 333.
Yes.
Good.
In both
Thanks.
Jess's and Revso's streams. Welcome.
Jesus.
Hey, well.
Yep.
So
No
we
one's
might
bothering to
actually,
watch mine.
well, I need to premise yours actually with TFB Gaming somewhere because all your nameplate's showing is Saint Wayne, which Obviously, that doesn't lead them to TFB gaming anywhere on the
Right.
Oh, well.
So,
These things happen.
indeed.
Mine just says Tig.
Yeah. Totally insane
Like,
gamer. So, so
Yeah. But yeah, that's the main news topic we want to discuss because that is dominating everything at the moment because EA fucked up.
yeah, it
Yeah.
is a great game. Now, we were also doing a little comparison with that last night, and we were comparing it to Anno. And
Yeah.
Anno 2070, isn't it? It came out not too long ago, and it's a fantastic game. But it didn't get near the publicity or, reaction to it that SimCity obviously has gotten.
It's because it's a Sims game, isn't
I was
it?
just
really?
gonna
literally,
say, I
it's
think
the
it's
Sims.
that title of
It's-
The Sims.
It's EA, it's The Sims, it's got, the face value out there. But for those of you that are watching that are wanting a good Civilization game, Anno is fantastic.
It is.
And I mean, as far as doing the regional type multiplayer like what SimCity does, Anno has a multiplayer set up like that where you can go in and you can set up a multiplayer game to last for 3 days or whatever, and you have different things to complete throughout this regional chart, and you map through that. Now it also has another multiplayer where you're actually currently on the same active world. The one thing I will say, and I mentioned that to Wayne and also to Martin last night, was that it's also a strategy game.
Yeah.
Whereas
It's not
SimCity,
a huge strategy element to it, but it has got a strategy element to it, which is nice to have.
I mean, the thing about SimCity is where does it end? I mean, where does SimCity end? Your population was what, 168,000 by the end last night, something like that?
180 something, I think it was in the end, but yeah, it was
180?
high.
It was very high. I have a city with a population of 104. Where does that end? How high can you take that? And
I don't know. I'm
when
gonna
does it
find out, though.
justify- I know you are, Wayne. I'm looking forward to you finding that out. But I'm just like, there's actually no final objective to be reached. I mean, it'll be great if we can get some great works done. It gives you things to accomplish in SimCity, but it doesn't give you that point where it says, congratulations, you've achieved the ultimate, and you win. There's nothing like that.
The old
There's
SimCity,
no
it had
win.
one, didn't it? Because you could actually launch into space and send off, was it the Arcology?
There
remember
was
correct-
actually a space center.
Recommended? Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually a space center in it. So, yeah, like Kyubi says, it does have a quote-unquote King Kong mode. It has the earthquakes and things you can do. But I was actually watching somebody demolish a big city in that game, and as they were demolishing it, their income skyrocketed. And by the time they finished demolishing the city, they had like over 300,000 simoleons. And it's like, so you could basically completely wipe out your city and start with this huge chunk. Whereas when you first start, you start with 50,000 simoleons. Imagine completely wiping out the city using these natural disasters, ending up with over 300,000 and being able to rebuild the city with that then. I mean, that's a much larger number to start with than the 50,000.
There'd be no point in
it's
not doing
actually-
it.
It's not actually the end there, Kyubi, is what I mean. Is those natural disasters are nice. I actually got hit by a couple last night. Wayne got hit by a zombie apocalypse, and I had an earthquake, and what was the other one I got hit by? I got hit by the giant lizard actually last night.
Oh dear.
Godzilla!
And it does add a good aspect to that game, and it makes it a lot of fun. But at the same
It does.
time,
But what made me laugh is it couldn't even hurt my city at all. There was nothing it could do because my city was growing so quickly. It was like, well, zombies. Oh well.
yeah, I want to see your population chart. I want to see like when the zombie attacked, how far down did your population actually drop? It's like,
I lost maybe, I think it was 1,000 people, if that.
yeah, see that's
That
Wow.
isn't going to hurt my city at all.
See, I had a zombie attack on
That's-
one of my cities, but it happened at like the very end of the night, and like the next thing that happened was the sun came up, so I never really
Mine
saw.
didn't.
Yeah,
Mine happened at the start of the night, and it went all the way through. And it was like, oh well. All I could see was my police going around shooting zombies.
right.
It was kind of hilarious. It was more a case of, why do I care about this? It's not really going to hurt my city in any way, shape, or form.
But then there's some people who get those attacks and it wipes their whole city. I've
I was
seen
just about
it.
to say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it would have done with mine if it was the size of the other two cities. It would have been able to hurt mine a lot more. because my city was so big and it was growing so quickly, it couldn't do anything. My population was growing quicker than the zombies could kill my citizens.
Yeah, and I mean, like as far as the earthquakes and stuff go, they have different magnitudes, and it's kind of random what magnitude you end up with. So, hey Martin, somebody's calling, or is that a
Yeah.
text? He had to answer his phone.
It's a phone call.
Professionalism! Yay!
Let's all say hi. Hi to person that Martin's talking to.
Hello!
Hi.
Hello!
So,
Hello! I'm in the podcast!
hey mom, I'm
just
on
waiting for
TV.
Just waiting for my job to call me to say, you don't need to come in.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice, Jess?
Go out. Oh, I know.
It made me laugh because I was at that point in SimCity that pretty much nothing could hurt my city whatsoever. I mean, look at the amount of times my nuclear reactor, 'cause I had a nuclear reactor right in the middle of my city.
Yeah.
I had no water to it for about actually an hour in real time, not game time, and it didn't make a difference.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It didn't actually China syndrome me or anything because, well, my workers were really, really smart because I had that many people in my city. It was a case of, oh well, we're only going to cherry pick the best, and it prevented any nuclear reaction or anything. It was great.
Yeah. So Maratov is wondering what Will Wright's thoughts are on this whole situation, and seeing how his former company was fucked over like this by EA. So, it would be very interesting to hear that, actually, Maratov. Definitely would be. It definitely is going to put Maxis in an interesting position moving forward. It's very curious to see if they'll stay with the publisher of EA.
I can't see him doing it.
I mean,
This is going to hurt them
No.
too much.
how are
This
they
is-
going to be able to launch another game? I mean, they've still got the Sims series.
You might be in a legal minefield there, though, because who owns the right to the IP of The Sims? Is it Maxis? Or is it EA, and EA have just contracted it out
I'm
to
sure it's
Maxis?
EA because it comes through Origin, just like SimCity does. But I'm also sure that EA is the one that started initiating a lot of the online aspects of The Sims in the first place.
Yeah,
So,
because it could be interesting, because depending on the contract between Maxis and EA, Maxis might own the property for it, or EA might.
well, and unfortunately,
Do it-
if they had to break off, if a section, I could see Maxis having to break into multiple divisions. But if they do that, then the division that does like SimCity is going to have to break out and compete with things like Cities XL, which is a decent city sim game. It's going to have to compete with Anno and that series as well. It's going to have so much competition out there, and it's going to lose that name. Because obviously it
Yeah.
probably won't be able to
Hello.
call itself SimCity. So, welcome
And
back.
the thing
Mark.
is, yeah, welcome back.
How was
The thing
that
is,
phone
at
call?
the
Was it
moment,
good- was it good news?
yeah, was it good for you? Yeah,
Mother's Day.
Oh, is it Mother's
That's
Day?
it. That's
yes, it is.
yes, that's tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow.
Oh, isn't it different from where you?
Yeah, Mother's
Wait, do you
Day
not
is
know?
is in like May or something here, I think.
Yeah.
If tomorrow's Mother's Day, I'm in trouble because I don't know anything about
I know, right?
Yeah, literally tomorrow is for us.
Yeah, for us it is. So I'm not going to be on much tomorrow, but I'll be on like at night and everything like that. So
Hey,
Oh,
Vector,
good day,
welcome
boy.
to Jess's stream there.
Yay!
Yeah, it is in May, like Dragon was.
continue.
So, anyways, we've
See,
talked
what's
a lot
sad,
about.
though, is...
Yeah, go ahead, Jess.
Sorry. I just have one more thing to add. The fact, like going into the Sim series, that the release of 2 major games coming in on the same day, and I'm just going to go based on Twitch. I don't know the actual statistics, but the numbers of people who are streaming SimCity who are in like the first line, and when I try to find Sims 3 streamers, they're like, I'm scrolling 5, 6, 7 pages down
Yeah.
to find people playing this game. It's like, people who are playing a game that is so broken when there's another game just released that is like, I haven't found a single glitch in that game yet.
Which game are you talking
And it's-
about?
Sims.
Sims
University.
3 University expansion pack.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But the thing
Yeah,
is, I
it
suppose that's
released
been
on the same
dwarfed
day.
because it's not actually a new game; it's just an expansion pack. And that's
The expansion's so good though.
yeah.
I'll
Not
be
denying
streaming
that
it.
at
I'll be
all.
streaming it, Jess. I promise. I'll stream it. I just don't know when yet. So,
I would stream it if I could, but my computer probably can't handle it.
Yeah.
yeah, over the
Well, I'm
next couple
assuming
of
me and-
days. Yeah. No, go ahead.
Me and Rez later might be doing another game, which isn't actually out yet, and we're still going to be streaming it anyway.
Oh, nice. What
If
game?
it can work on Rev's computer now, Armor 3.
Ah, okay.
I
if it
I
can
don't
work.
know if I'll be able to. That's the only sad part about it, though.
I have no clue whether I will.
I've tried setting it to the lowest setting. It lags still.
You see, I'll be trying it
So-
on a different make of graphics card, so it might work for me. It might be better optimized with ATI. This is another discussion, actually, we should get into.
Oh god.
Games
Graphics
having
cards?
specific
Oh.
optimizations.
Oh.
The new Tomb Raider is the funniest one for
Oh,
this.
It's a headache in the making. Oh god, I hate the graphics card combat war. Same thing with processor wars. Things working better with Intel than they do with AMD. It's just like, come on.
The hilarious thing, I'm going to use the recent game for this because it's really easy to do and it's really screwed the game over. Another game which is screwed up on launch. Yay!
Yeah.
New Tomb Raider. If you've got a GeForce card, you're screwed.
Really?
Yep. It's been optimized for ATI, and ATI have been also optimized because they've had the code for months.
Yeah. So I
NVIDIA
haven't
got
even
the code
tried
the
it
day
yet.
of release.
It looks like a fantastic game. I'm looking forward to trying it, but I am in that boat. I have an NVIDIA card. I'm not even going to touch it for a while.
No.
So
NVIDIA got the code for the game. They were allowed to touch the code in it the day of release of that game. So no GeForce card runs properly.
now,
It
who is,
actually got
who is
so
the publisher
bad.
and developers for that game?
I'm not actually
Isn't
sure
that
now. I haven't got
Ubisoft?
Steam.
Wasn't
I
that
think
Ubisoft?
it might.
I think
Square
it's
E-
Ubisoft.
I thought it was Square Enix.
It could be
we're all,
Square
we're
Enix.
all like
I-
searching up right
I
now.
have no idea.
I'm not actually sure.
Because Ubisoft is Far Cry. And
It is. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it was. It was. I was correct. It's
Square Enix.
Square Enix.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
But it's been optimized for ATI. And here's the part which is screwing people over. It's got a new technology built into the game itself, which is what's screwing over NVIDIA cards, which is specific to ATI graphics cards. It's got basically their version of X-Physics. It's just for hair. It's like, what? Why?
The hair, really.
Hair, literally. Physics for hair.
Yeah. If I pick up that game, I may actually have to get it on my Xbox or PlayStation or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm getting it on console.
Put it this way, a 680 graphics card, which is what, one of the top of the range ones
That's
for
what I've got is
NVIDIA,
680. Yeah.
Yeah.
can't
I
run
don't
it.
know what I have.
Yep. So
It can't run it on any more. If you max it out, which you should be able to do easily, 30 frames a second if you're lucky.
right. And that's before you try to stream it, and streaming it,
Yeah.
takes out even more resources. So
You're
Right.
probably going to about 15, 20 frames a second,
yeah.
which is worse than a console.
Which is another
Mhm.
aspect of things that I'm trying to think of is theoretically I could use capture card on my computer as well as on my consoles, and I'm trying to decide if that's something I want to try or not. I'm gonna have to investigate the quality on that for the
It's
stream.
terrible.
Yeah, streaming
It's
purposes.
terrible for
Well,
PC.
I've got an HD PVR2, so it will be HDMI, and I actually have an HDMI video card that goes into HDMI in my TV that I use for my monitor as well. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna give
I've
it a
tried
shot.
it. I've got the exact same setup as you.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried it from going from PC onto PC via the HDMI PVR2 and it doesn't work very well.
Hmm.
It lags to hell.
Yeah, I'll have to take a
You
look
can
at
do
it.
it, it won't take resources, but it will be quite laggy.
Did you go to
If you're willing
the
to,
same PC, or were you pulling it off to a separate PC?
Ooh, soundbird.
same PC because my PC's a good enough spec so it should be able to handle it, and it was eating next to no resources.
Yeah.
It was just, the lag was ridiculous. You should be able to sort that though if you want to try and set up a voice delay for that amount of time. I think it was ridiculous amount, like 6 seconds.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out how to set up for that because obviously with the HDMI pulling through, I have the sound actually coming through my headset, so that's going to be a whole nother subject to have to tackle. So,
Yeah, it is easier just doing it through XSplit, I can tell you that now.
Of course, from what Mero said and everything like that about Armor 3 being in alpha, yeah, I was going to say that, but because there's a lot of stuff going on just then, I didn't want to say it. But yeah, Armor 3 is still in alpha. It's understandable. They're only going to have certain graphics cards like optimized for the game in alpha. Like right now, my graphics card can't even play it on the lowest setting. It looks like a 3D looking Minecraft. Everything's like all blocky and it just looks like horrible. And it looks like a game that's came out in in the 90s or something like that. Everything's set to low. Of course, I was expecting that at some point.
Yeah.
sorry, I had to do it. The dogs are getting hungry. They're like, "Come feed us." It's like, "Wait until I'm done." So, it's getting
Yeah.
close, so Oh, now
It's
she's
just
gonna
one of
go
those
eat- She's
things.
going to try to go eat Boomer's face. So,
But yeah, this is the
Come here.
problem with getting cards specifically optimized. One company will have the optimization for armor already,
Mm.
and the other one won't.
Well,
more
something
than
I've
likely.
noticed with the 600s work. Sorry, I was just going to say I've noticed works. A lot of people that get saying they have like the 600 cards and they're streaming it perfectly fine with like hardly any lag. And then people with like a 500 or something like that will just lag like mad.
Yeah.
So it seems like they've just gone for the 600 series at the moment.
Yeah, it's probably NVIDIA trying to get it to work, and they're probably doing it on their most popular series first, which is probably the 600. Then they're going to try and get it on the other ones. Then
Mm.
I'm hoping it gets optimized soon. I'm hoping they don't do the same things. Like, oh, look, NVIDIA can have this. Yay!
I would love to stream that with you, but I don't think I'd be able to.
You've got to
It's-
see if it works later.
Yeah, no, I've already tried it, dude. I've tried it
I
on the
haven't tried
highest
it yet.
setting, then the lowest settings. It's exactly the same as each other.
Yeah, I haven't even
20
tried
frames
it. Yet.
rate.
so there
I'm
are
gonna-
some other games that I've been looking at as well that are coming out somewhat soon that you really don't hear talked about a lot. Believe it or not, we've got one Warface. Have you guys even heard of Warface?
Nope.
Nope.
No, actually.
It's actually being put out by Tryon, as well as a couple of other, but it's basically a combat game as well that looks really good. Something for you guys to look at. It's called Warface. I don't know many details. I'm not in the beta for it or anything. I know it is in beta. I saw a little bit on Tryon's stream about it, and it actually looks fun. I mean, it's similar to a Call of Duty style game, but different as well. So something to look at. The
Isn't
other
that being
game
done
I'd
by
like
a
to
Russian
mention.
developer?
Do what now?
Isn't that being done by a Russian developer? If I remember correctly.
It's Tryon is the
thinking
one
of.
that's had it on their live streams the past couple Fridays.
Yeah.
They'll do Rift, they'll do Warface, and then the other game I wanted to mention, Defiance, which is
That's
another
looking pretty good.
MMO that's coming out that is going to be similar setup as Guild Wars 2, where you have to go out and buy the game, but once you've purchased the game, you're not going to have to pay subscription fees for and stuff like that. And it actually is kind of set up similar to what PlanetSide is set up to, except for instead of having regional conflict and stuff like that, you're going to have resource conflict where you'll have resources fall from the sky, and you'll have different groups have to show up in
No,
combat,
Sky.
fight over those resources. So I'm also looking forward to that. So have you guys
Thanks for it.
seen anything on Defiance? Or could you hear me, Martin? I can't hear anybody.
Damn you, Skype.
I hate Skype.
Is Skype working again now?
Yeah, I hear you now, Wayne, but I'm not seeing
No,
your
I can
camera
hear
yet.
you.
I just
Fine,
lost
and
Jess's
fine.
camera.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's go.
I lost Jess's
Skype,
camera.
no.
Wayne.
Skype, no.
I see Martin fine. I don't hear Martin very well, but I see
Is
Martin
Skype
just
working
fine.
now?
Some dude says use raid call.
Yeah, we'll have to. We're going to be looking into that in the future for our future podcasts. There, some dude is. We will be researching different options. Maratov thinks my thoughts are lost forever, but they're not. But can you see me on your stream yet, Martin? Hmm.
I think it's still going. Wayne is just totally froze.
Yeah, everything
We're
is.
gonna have to go. Oh. Yeah, you were. So you're like.
Is it-
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, Jess, I hear you again. I see you again. I still see Martin. I don't really hear Martin very well.
Hello. At the same time.
Not a clue. Is it still working is the question. Skype?
Wayne
hear
is
you now,
extremely
Wayne, properly.
pixelated, but I do hear him somewhat
Yes.
now.
That's the
I
main
think
thing.
we're okay now.
Skype has finished derping for now.
We hope so.
For
We
now.
hope so. Oh, there,
Wayne
it's
seems
perfect.
fine.
Crystal clear, Wayne. Crystal clear.
Yay!
Don't move.
Don't move. Yeah. Wait, no, if he... Oh,
Don't
he moved!
touch anything.
He moved! Dang it! He moved! Now he's frozen like
Don't.
that. He's doing that on purpose to us, though. I think, yeah, he's kind of wavering a little bit. His hand's just kind of shaking a little bit. He's just teasing
This is
us now.
uncomfortable.
It's like, I'm like, he's teasing us now. That's funny. All right, so can
Look up.
everybody... Oh, wait, now is it really frozen? Because he doesn't look like he's moving now. Oh, there it
Yeah,
goes.
that
It
was
just-
frozen then.
Okay.
Yeah, it frozen and unfroze again. Yep.
Oh,
What's up?
no, what?
What? What the hell happened since then?
Not a clue.
Everyone just lost their webcam.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even
Yep.
myself.
I think Wayne has to open his camera first because I think he lost hosting and
There we go.
he
What the-
has to host
Stop
in
it.
order for us to
Stop it.
see webcam.
Skype keeps turning my webcam off.
Oh boy.
Why is Skype saying go premium? I've got premium.
We're sorry to interrupt with this. We're having some technical difficulties right
You
now.
need premium to make a group video call.
I've got premium.
Damn
God.
you! Show me my camera. Well, we
Turn on video.
apologize for the slight hiccup, you guys. Bear
Yeah.
with us while we work out.
This isn't the first one.
No, this is Skype.
Yeah, this is Skype. Skype. It looks like I'm gonna have to stop the call and restart it for it to work.
All right, then I will go ahead and hang on and wait for
This
you
might be a
to-
good time for us to take our break.
Yeah, we can take a 5-minute break. Let me just modify this here. Title, config. There we go. Okay. All right, guys. So we will be back really soon. We're just going to take a short break. We're going to hang up our
You're going to
Skype
be,
call.
or what we doing?
We're going to hang up Skype, and Wayne is going to reinitiate it. So, and we're going to go to the
Okay.
restroom real quick.
Are we keeping the stream open?
Oh, I'm seeing Wayne again. What's going on here?
Not a clue.
No, just
Oh,
Wayne.
no,
again. Okay, I'm hanging up.
Yeah.
So I'll wait for you to call again, Wayne.
Okay.
Yes,
Are we keeping the streams open, yeah?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stream. I'm just leaving up. So
Okay.
ending the
I
call
just
now.
put
I'll
up
talk
a
to you
note.
guys here in just a second. All right, we'll see.
Okay.
Again, we see lots and lots of Wayne's parts of his face. One section of his face being his. Oh, what? No.
Work.
Did you turn off your camera? Oh, there's your camera. Okay.
I can't see you at all, Tig, at the moment.
I know. I'm turning on my camera. Oh, now it says it's off. Turning it back on. Show my camera, damn it! Why won't you show my camera?
Right. This was a successful recall.
Show my
I'll
camera.
Try recalling you again, shall I? See if it works.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll hang up. God, I hate Skype. Come on, Skype.
Damn Skype.
Can you see me now? No, you can't.
No. Simple answer is no.
All right, let me check my options here real quick.
Nope.
Check my video options. Can it see my webcam? Can I even load my own webcam? There, I'm loaded. Okay, save. You should see me now, right?
Loading.
I hope you see me now.
So,
There we are. Hello.
Hello, hello. I hear you. I don't
Hello.
see you yet. We are reconvening.
it's working.
I've got one cam.
I see Wayne. I see Jess.
You wanna-
Waiting until I see. Oh, why is my camera frozen? My camera looks frozen on my screen.
Loading for me.
It is frozen. Turn off, turn back on.
I'm
It
trying.
works.
Now my camera hasn't. I turned it off.
I love some dude just like telling me, you got a Skype call.
And the way I look with that right now is very. I'm like, I don't know. I look. How do I look right there? That's bad.
Right. Oh,
First, so.
All right, tools, options, video. Come on, load.
I can't see. Wait, where is he? Wow, Wayne, you're Jess right now.
Did you guys
Lovely.
load in the wrong order or something?
Yeah.
That's good.
Why
Oh,
is
but-
everyone?
Tiggs is working properly. Tiggs is frozen still.
Yeah, why is
It's
my
just
webcam
loading
frozen?
for me.
It's just a frozen picture, even on mine right now, so.
Why am I not in sync? I'm like too low. Why am I like on my screen and everything like that, huh?
Not a clue.
I can't do anything about my
everyone's being
webcam right
changed
now, you
size.
guys, so hang on.
Yep.
Let me see if I can exit that. See what happens now.
At least we got the majority of the podcast going before it broke.
Right.
Are we able to move people or anything like that? No, you can't move.
There is
No,
meant to be a
not
way of
this.
doing it, but I have no clue how to do it.
Like,
I'm
why am I?
convinced there's no way to do it.
It's random. It's like, you need Skype Premium. I've got Skype Premium. Otherwise, we couldn't have done it in the first place.
I
need
think
to change like.
I think I have to completely close Skype. So I'm going to close Skype and then just recall me.
Okay.
Okie dokie. That could be the problem because we can't see Mark's webcam at the moment. That's why it's out of.
Why does Skype have to hate me? I don't know, but I will see. Alright, call me. Can I just say join? No, probably not. Join call with video.
How people joined like at this part. It's like the best time to join. Everything was like, oh, everything was going perfect, and then bam.
Dead.
I know, right?
Right.
Alright, my camera. Can you guys hear me right now?
I can hear you.
Yep.
Okay, why is my LG thing set up? What the heck is this thing?
Are you alright for time still, Jess? Or what?
Yeah.
How long you got?
That's dependent on my dad.
Fair enough.
She's
My
just
dad's
waiting for
working.
dinner.
At least we got the
I
majority of this out of the way before
I
it
smell
broke.
something cooking, so it's a good sign.
Come on,
But I haven't
webcam.
seen him walk by to the kitchen in a while, so.
My webcam hasn't loaded in yet. Can you guys hear me though? Yes? No?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear
Okay.
you. By the way, it could be XSplit what's causing the problem. By the way, Mark.
Yeah.
I'm
XSplit's,
hoping
caused me a
not.
problem with it.
What do you mean, Vecta? What's wrong with the audio? There's no audio?
That's odd.
Why am I so zoomed in? I'm like so zoomed in on my stream.
Not a
It's
clue.
just my head.
On Skype, it's fine. I can see your knee and all sorts.
Yeah, I know. I'm on about on XSplit. Like since it's
Yeah.
changed, I'm like too big now. But I don't want to do it until I get Mark in, then I can actually resize it.
If I can even get in here. Me.
This is why I directly linked Skype through it. That worked.
Do you want to try get recalled? Like rejoining in? That might help. I'm not sure.
Yeah, let me. But I can't even get my camera to load just in my settings. But yeah, I'm going to hang up. See if I can get my camera to open. Come on, webcam. Work with me here. Work with me. Please and thank you. Not dropping any frames. Alright, there's that. So, can I see my... It's not even saying it's in use by anything now. Tools, options, video. There I am. Okay. Save. Join call with video.
Skype's dead.
Hopefully it's going to work now, guys. I see my video anyways, so... Oh, don't rearrange people.
Just joining.
Why does it have to rearrange
Oh.
people?
Say it again.
Yep.
Hello.
I can hear people.
Oh, jeez.
Now Wayne is apparently going to
Again,
be in the middle.
What just happened?
Skype derp is what happened again.
Okay, one cam up.
But Jess is back.
Everyone's
Wayne's
switched
back.
places.
Just waiting for Tig. Just reloading.
My camera's frozen again. What? Why is my camera
Um,
frozen again?
Mark, do
Yes.
you have a scene in XSplit where it has your webcam open?
No,
Any of your scenes? Are you sure?
I am sure.
Because that's the only thing I can say that could be causing the problem right now.
That was what I thought
is
might
it
have
was
been
just
doing it as
working.
well, but it's not.
Yeah, I know. That's the only problem.
Skype. Yay.
It's been
Wayne.
working fine up to this point, so I don't know.
Mm.
The Skype hiccup has screwed up my. I may have to stop, like you say. I may have to stop my streams and reconvene here in just a second. So I'll do that, and we'll see if it unfreezes in Skype. So
I
I
can
will.
nigh on guarantee you'll close XSplit and it'll crash Skype.
Yeah,
yeah.
it most likely will. So anyways, guys, in the stream, we will reconvene here in just a couple minutes. I'm just going to relaunch this, and we'll be back so that you don't have to stare at my stupid, like, frustrated
Skype.
open mouth there.